Good night, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Um, Weekend is coming up, so make sure you look after yourself. And I would like to share with you some thoughts about some stuff, not some stuff, but some video that I saw on YouTube, and I actually made some comments, and later I received feedback to what I wrote on those video, the comments that I did. So these are actually about the videos on YouTube posted by Indonesians in regards to the recent General Assembly meeting in New York. Um, so there were about I think two or three videos that I actually made comments. One or two would be about the presentation by Indonesian diplomat, and one would be about the right to reply by Indonesian diplomat after the presentation by the countries from the Pacific. That would be Vanuatu, Solomon, and the other three countries here. So the thing that I totally disagree is that when she started saying about people supporting the idea or supporting the separatist movement in West Papua. So, as a West Papuan, the people that that own the land in New Guinea, the Papuans have been living on the land of New Guinea for like thousands of years, and we own the land from Sorong in West Papua right down to Samarai in Papua New Guinea. So we've been living there for ages, and for you to label us as separatists, it doesn't sound right to me. I mean, the West Papuans, we did not go and invade your land. We did not go and, steal your resources. We did not come in uninvited into your land. We've been living in our land all these years. But you, Indonesian government or Indonesians, you come into our land uninvited, suppress us, dictate us, and then you go to UN and you tell them that we are separatists. My God, it doesn't make sense, for as as you know as a human being, I would say, even for a little kid in year one or prep would understand that he's not a separatist. He's been living in West Papua for all these years, so that's his land. You cannot go to UN and tell them that those are separatists. Man, that is actually wrong. So, and they kept on claiming their, to respect their sovereignty over West Papua. Well, the question to the Indonesian government is that, did you ever respect West Papua's sovereignty over the land? That is the question that we should ask them. Did they actually respect our rights to independence? They went, illegally and conducted the 1969 Act of Free Choice, took the result of the 1,000 and something, people that were there, who were forced to say yes to Indonesian government, took the result to UN and said, that's it, they want to be part of Indonesia. That is unbelievable, and the question is, how do they feel when they go to UN and speak in front of the world leaders? Do they think that, these world leaders are stupid, are foolish like them? Come on, Indonesia. We're not foolish, You are talking to, world leaders. Some of these people are highly educated. And for you to go and stand in front of that, of the podium and then, make all those, stupid statements, do you think they agree with you? Come on. Papuans are not separatists, They are people that actually own the land. They've been living there for ages. So, it's about time, when you go, you talk about um, you admit your guilt. I think firstly, the Indonesian government should, admit your guilt, your mistake. Yeah, what happened in 1969 is actually wrong, And I was, I was actually, replying to the comments by, these Indonesians, that thing that, it really frustrates me. Not really frustrates me. I think it's sad that a lot of Indonesians, this generation don't really know about their own history. They've been actually, reading what's actually on the textbooks, So you see all this information on the textbooks. It's sort of written to actually brainwash them so that they don't know about the real history of West Papua. So their first president, President Sukarno, I don't know whoever he is, but, they sort of maybe instructed the education department or whatever in Indonesia to write stuff that sort of will, hide the true history of West Papuan people so that, these generations coming up, they wouldn't really know about West Papua and the real history of West Papua. So, in schools in Indonesia, a lot of people, especially Indonesians, they were taught and led to believe that, Indonesia is the savior, saved West Papua from Dutch, colonialism. But that is not true, So, and of course, I think today, some of them still, don't know the history of West Papua. So I've been trying to educate them a lot, educate them on Facebook, not really educate them, but just tell them that I think you also are the victims of the past mistakes by your own government, and it's about time that instead of criticizing and denying the Papuans their right to freedom or independence, how about you talk about ways your government can help in finding solution to the problem, and so those are basically some of the comments that I actually posted on Facebook, and yeah, so that was actually what happened today. And they were when I made a comment, they replied and I also responded, and then I kept on telling them the truth about West Papua, and then they never comment again. And then one of the I actually used a kind of a parable, I told them how would you feel when somebody goes into your house and started doing things on his own, and you sit there and he started getting all the good stuff in your house, and towards the end he bashed you up and shoot your kid, or do whatever silly over there. How would you feel? Would you just sit there and let him do whatever you want, or do you react? So I kind of like it's just basically common sense. You cannot just go into somebody's house uninvited. And it's similar to the case of West Papua. You cannot go into someone's land uninvited and then start doing whatever you want. The people will actually react because that is their land. That's their land. They've been living there for ages. So it's about time the Indonesian people come to realize that, the 1969 Act of Free Choice, is illegal, and that is not they cannot claim that as a basis where they can continue to hold on to West Papua, So yeah, so we need to remind them that they cannot hide anymore, they cannot lie. And when you go to UN, you cannot lie in front of world leaders, man. These are world leaders. How would you feel, lying in front of them, man? Just admit. Just admit. just admit your mistakes and you're wrong, and at least find a way to solve all this problem in West Papua. And yeah, we have we have West Papuan people now have the people that represent them. We've got United Liberation Movement of West Papua. Uh, these are the people that, that represent the people of West Papua now. Um, so yeah, it's just what happened today that I thought of I would share with you. And yeah, it is the word separatist that I actually used on the presentation, saying that why supporting the separatist movement. So there is no separatist people in West Papua. We only have colonial people who are actually fighting for what is rightfully theirs. So, you know, you cannot label us as separatists. We're not separatists. We are West Papuan. We've been living in the land of New Guinea for, thousands of years, and that land belongs to us. It doesn't belong to you. Yeah. Thanks for listening, and I hope you make some comments on my video. Good night.